When I write, I do a first draft, which I allow myself to be a little bit messy and not perfect, and I just kind of try and write it all in one go.
I don't really know what the book is about until I finish the first draft. I might think I know what it's about, but it becomes about something completely different.
I've developed a system of taking notes that I kind of consider part of the trade craft. Taking down notes and working out, planning ideas and stories. But stories surprise you. I mean, you'll be writing and then something else will happen and you might change your mind. But for me, I consider it you're taking somebody on a journey, and part of that should include a destination. And I find, particularly if you want to maintain pace in a story, knowing where you're going and making sure you're on your way to getting there is a big part of that. So I don't start writing a story until I have an ending.
I think writing is quite a concentration thing, that you have to give time to it. So I think if your life is very busy and cluttered, you have to unclutter it a bit and not be quite as busy. And say, I'm going to give a few hours a day or at night, or I'm going to take a quiet time to write, but you have to make a decision to do that.
I write in comfortable places. I write in places I'm very familiar with. I know writers who can write in cafes, in hotel rooms, on airplanes, but I can't. I have to write when I'm safe and I'm secure and when there's no one around. I can't write when there's people in my house.
Discipline is important. I think keeping the same hours all the time at it, working the same times every day. The thing about writing a novel, for example, is when you start it, you're so excited about it because you think you're going to write the greatest book ever written. And when you're coming to the end of it, you're excited because it's nearly over. But it's that bit in the middle, that central third, which separates the writers from the non-writers. And that's when you have to be focused and disciplined and write every day. When I am working on a book, I tend to read it aloud. The only person who can hear it is the dog. And my dog sits in the room with me and looks up and listens as I read it.
Kate Thompson always told me that she did this and it helped her to spot things that didn't flow right in the writing. And I find it really, really helpful. I don't know why actually, it just seems to work for me. But yes, I do read it aloud to myself, yeah.
My main rule for anyone who wants to write is to read, because if they don't read, it's really hard to be a writer if you don't read.
I love reading all kinds of books that are for younger readers or books for adults. And I think that is the one most important thing to do if you want to write.
I remember one point deciding, well, I should keep a diary because writers seem to keep diaries, and I started writing a diary. But I mean, at that age, I think it was 10, and boys don't write about anything personal at the age of 10. They don't have personal stuff. They climb trees and, dream of driving diggers and watch the A-Team.
This is one of my diaries from when I was a teenager, and I wrote in it in teeny tiny writing every day. I read them back now and they do make me laugh. So keeping a journal is good. Practicing writing is basically really important. You wouldn't go on a football pitch or a hockey pitch without actually having practiced. And I think it's the same with writing. You wouldn't go on the X Factor. Well, actually, they do go on the X Factor without practicing, don't they? So.
Write what you know. It's the mantra of writing. And I used to think that was very limiting, and I didn't understand why anyone would write what they knew, because my God, all I knew was a farm in North County Dublin. In the course of writing, first of all, the scripts and then the books, I've realized that write what you know isn't meant to be taken so literally. Write what you know is, I don't care if you're writing about skeleton detectives or zombies or, murderers or assassins or ponies or whatever. You write what you know, you give a bit of yourself into whatever you're writing. It's a call to be honest and to be truthful and to respect your readership.
I think it's really just important to give work to people. I mentioned about not putting things in drawers. Even if, at a young age, the work isn't perfect, you're going to get criticism, listen to that, hear it, build on that, develop your skills. But everything you write should be given to an audience.
You have to have fun. I have fun writing the books. I have fun writing Skullduggery. Fun is contagious. And, you put it on the page, the reader takes it off the page, and it just continues on. And so I need to write. Every day I need to have fun. And it's you know, when you look back and, you know, or you step back and you think about what I've just said, that's a wonderful thing.